So the next one goes, as if I was the lift pole, the next one goes beside me. So where does this one go? Over here, about here. Okay, and that goes in right on top of the last one, yeah. Perfect. And then the next one, they're good, they seat right in, they slip. Man, they are torquing out in the big teepee. All right, that's beautiful, beautiful. I'm thrilled with this new set of poles. I wish Bolo was here. Okay,
He's in the lotus.
now rope lady, you get to do a really old tradition. You get to walk around the teepee. You're going with the sun, and you're going to go once around for each season, 4 times. Now when you go, you snap up and put a little weight into it. Just lean on your pole. Here, let me show you. Lean on your rope like this. Okay? And then just as you walk around, you just snap it up. And it'll go right up there and cozy up. You want to do it 4 times. So that's going to keep those poles all there, nice and tight. Nice and safe.
Like they had 2 right next to each other like this on the ground. And then this one come down and make kind of a triangle.
So that's,
then they tied the string and pulled and held it so that it got raised up, and then they moved to the
once per string.
there and
Right.
standing up. And you want to see me and made around them, then get in here. And then one of these extras was too big. Get here if you want. One of these extras was too big, so they cut off that big chunk over there.
Can you put that one up? The nice thing about it is it doesn't really catch the wind. The wind just kind of goes swoosh like that, right? Because of the shape of it.
It's not like a parachute that goes on.
Yeah, unless it could get underneath. So you really do need to stake it down really well. We've got spikes, and we did the same thing with the big teepee, where we dropped some 12-inch spikes into the ground. Depending on how your ground is, you have to choose what kind of stakes to use, because you are relying on that to, in bad weather. So we can leave the staking of the guy rope to the very last if we decide we want to. So what I usually do is I bring it around and I wrap it around this tripod, and it stays fairly tight, but it still leaves the poles loose enough that we can adjust the poles, because we still don't know if we got them in the right place. I'm going to tug, don't let it slip. Did it slip? Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just simulating what it would be like if it was staked down. How tight will it be when it's staked down? Okay, you can let go. So I got the spot where I want to tie it. So I'm just going to crisscross some rope over this. It's really important to have a rope that's small but strong, and it just takes a knot really easily, just like the big rope. You want something that's going to be not poly. Poly's strong, but it really is too stiff, and it seems to get stiff as it gets older, kind of like people.
I know there's other friend named Polly. And her friend Esther.
So I'm just going to give it a few good knots. And as I say again, if you have trouble with it slipping, and I have had it slip, take it down and rub a little beeswax on it. Beeswax is great. It makes things real sticky. You wouldn't think it would because paraffin makes it slippery, but beeswax does make it real sticky. It's like a resin almost. Okay. Now we're going to roll up the cover. But the first thing, I want to make sure that my smoke flaps aren't going to get in the way and get locked in underneath. So I'm going to roll these smoke flaps over. So the idea is we don't want it bundled up too tight because then it's hard to undo. But we don't want it to bag around too much either when we're carrying it over there. So, and it goes right in on top. Keep walking it out. She's not going to let it fly out. I don't know.
Yeah, what is it, full?
Where's the pole? It's okay, I can't see it. Oh, it's in there. Okay. Now we're up there. So that's good. Just let it fall in. Let it fall in. You see it at all? Okay, let it fall in.
Here we go.
Very good.
Perfect.
Easy down, that's good. Perfect, and it's really great, and it's just in the right place. Okay, that side goes that way. Try not to get those smoke flaps caught underneath as you take it out. If they get caught, we'll have to flap them out, but they look good. And walk it around to the doorway. Remember, we don't want doorway. Okay, so our poles are quite a bit bigger than the cover. Okay, so here's what we do. You guys just stay on the side.
Then you're safe.
We probably need to move the tripod pole, but let's pull in. Let's just get some of these side ones in. Okay,
She's bringing the poles
this
in.
one, we're going to get some slack on this. This is what happens when you just guesstimate. And it's perfectly fine to do this because we're not staked down yet. So, how is it? Can we bring it?
This one could come in a bit.
Okay, this is the door pole. Okay, it needs to meet here. So just keep bringing them in, Jean, until we get it around. And we need to pull this side over, you guys. You can flap that one a little bit. Actually, that's probably fine.
We can pull this one in too? Or?
Yep.
I can.
Yeah. Oh, it's just twist. Just twist here. Oh, show off. It's not. There's nothing to show off. We need a little more slack. Okay, so that's the tripod, Jean. Let's move that one in. I'm going to give you a hand. Flick your, do a little spit here. Okay, we're going to move this forward. It's going to move the whole teepee. Okay.
How's that?
A little more. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing with the other side. I'm just looking at which one it is. It's this one. Okay.
All right.
Same thing with this side.
Trying to make it more round?
We're just
we're
going to
trying to
bring
make it smaller.
We're making it smaller. A little more.
Now we have new
Okay, this is the lift pole. We're just cozying it up, making it fit better. I thought it might have been a little big, but I wanted everybody to see how you can actually adjust.
Is it easier to move it this way than to move it out if you needed to? Or does it matter? The same.
Once we get it done up,
That's right, don't put that in
once
your
we get
mouth,
it
honey.
staked up and we start staking down, we might need to move the poles out a little tighter.
So it's also easy.
It's very easy to do, yeah.
Okay, it's still too large?
Okay, I think this one can come in. Now this is the tripod, the door pole. So we can either move it, it's going to move the whole teepee. Okay. Very good. Let's do a little more. Very good. Okay. Now let's see how that fits. We're getting close. Whoops, sorry. We're getting close. Okay, this is the side that needs to come over. What I like to do is have lots of slack because when we do these up, we want it to go in easy. We don't want to force these holes, which I lovingly sewed by hand.
That's right. Oh my God.
Okay.
By
This
hand.
one's in a little bit, but we can move it
Mamma
out
mia.
again.
That is so much work.
Okay, now we need
God love her. It's hard to get a buttonhole that size.